Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers watching and doing pop culture through a rainbow lens. Hello, Brett.
Hi, Lee. How are you?
Good. Forgot what our intro was.
Yeah, I think it's different every week.
Because as long as we mention the rainbow lens,
Gay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And if I don't mention the rainbow lens and you're watching on YouTube, gay.
Yeah.
There's just that big, massive
What
flag in the
gave
middle.
it away? Very funny.
And if you move your head, there's your little queer Legos behind you. Yeah. And I don't have explicitly queer things,
No,
but
just
I do
Batman.
have the 1960s Batman. So I've got the campness covered on this side, and you've got the explicit queerness covered on your side.
Batman and Robin, Lee. Come on. Anyway, we won't get into that. We'll be here all night.
Into that. We could, though. I could watch it.
Nah, that's fine.
You know what
I'm
I
busy
realised
later.
on my TV, my LG TV?
Uh-huh.
LG has LG channels. Have you
Okay.
noticed that? Because you have an
Yes.
LG TV.
Yes, but I never use it as itself.
Yeah, when I first got it, the channels that it went through were like Korean channels because LG is a Korean company.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, I'm never going to use this. And now I've got a different one, still LG. But they have a bunch of channels of like 60s and 70s TV shows. Like there's a whole channel that just plays the $6 Million Man.
Oh, God. Of all the shows.
And there's a whole channel that just plays The Lone Ranger.
Oh, God.
So if you're after some questionable representation of Indigenous American people, you've got a whole channel of Lone Ranger. But a couple I have found is I love a home renovation show.
Yep.
And there is Tiny House Nation as a channel where they just make tiny houses for people.
Yep. Okay.
And so I watched a bit of that. I often like that as a background show.
In Korea?
No, this is the American one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a American Lone Ranger, an American $6 Million Man.
I don't know.
And then there's just a channel that just plays all old Westerns.
Great.
Like old, and not the good ones.
That's
Like
unfortunate.
The ones that the streaming companies don't want.
Yeah, the ones they could get the rights to for cheap.
But I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then there's, a couple of the lifestyle-y channels, but they're all just one show.
Yeah, okay.
There's a channel, but I haven't found it yet. It keeps coming up on my home screen, but I haven't found it in the channel listings, that just is Hercules.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Not
Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. I haven't found Xena.
That's bad. Xena's better than Hercules from
Well-
memory of me being 10.
Kevin Sorbo has a bit questionable opinions these days too,
Yeah, there you go.
whereas Lucy Lawless does not.
Not that I know of.
Speaking of TV couples that are probably gay, both of those shows,
Yeah.
Hercules and
Camp.
the boy that hung around with Hercules, and Xena and the girl that hung around with Xena.
Yeah. Gay. Gabrielle?
Gabrielle, probably.
Gabrielle?
I don't know the boy's name that hung around with Hercules.
Don't know. Doesn't
Don't
matter.
know.
Speaking of gay people, have you watched Gazed this week?
I have watched Gays this week. I finally watched the movie called Lesbian Space Princess.
Oh, good.
I was going to make a segue from Xena to Lesbian Space Princess because Xena's a lesbian. And allegedly, head canonically.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Lesbian Space Princess, Australian, animated, has done kind of festival circuits.
Yep.
Was well regarded at the Berlin Film Festival, and I'm sure got screened as part of Melbourne International Film Festival recently, and I'm sure we'll get another go at Melbourne Queer Film Festival later in the year.
Yep.
But I watched it, and it was good because we just talked about Deadlock, and towards the end of the episode of Deadlock, I said, I'd love to see Madeline Sammy in more things.
Right.
And then one of the Lesbian Space Princess's mums is voiced by Madeline Sammy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. The other one is voiced by Jordan Raskopoulos,
Okay, great.
formerly of Axis of Awesome. But there's like Aussie cast, none of whom are super recognisable voices straight away. But then when you look through the list, you're like, oh, this is actually a good cast.
Yeah.
Reuben Kaye, probably the most recognisable of the voices.
Okay.
Richard Roxburgh.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. The woman that voices the lesbian space princess, so she's been in stuff too. I couldn't tell you now off the top of my head what they were.
That's great. Good memory.
But, oh no, a show from the US she was in.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yes, Madeline Sammy is one of the queens in the show. And then also, who else is someone big that's in it? Auntie Donna.
Oh.
The three of them, like, we might not be fans of them, but their names, they're like comedic names.
Yeah. Okay.
And three of them play the straight white malians.
Okay. Right.
So Lesbian Space Princess is set on a planet that has a name that sounds like clitoris, but I can't remember what the name of the planet is.
Uh-huh.
And in the very distant future, there is gay space and there is straight space.
Oh.
Yes, and we, in the movie,
Never the twain shall meet.
live in gay space, and there is
I
a
gathered that from
safety
the
bubble
Lesbians.
around the gay space that is voiced by Reuben Kaye.
Okay. Great.
And then the lesbian space princess is an introvert, but is hooking up with like a super fighter lesbian girl, kind of alien. But then she dumps her on her birthday.
Oh, bitch.
And then the straight white malians kidnap the warrior girl and to try to lure the princess.
Okay.
And then the story is that the princess has to stop being an introvert and come out of her shell to go and save the girl that she's pretty sure she's in love with and loves her back, but doesn't. It's a good story, but I don't think it's a movie I'm going to watch again.
Okay, great. Good.
Look, I think it's very good that it got made.
Okay.
And I think it's very good that it's Australian and it's very queer.
Yep.
Because we're all about that, as our last two episodes have shown with Deadlock and Heartbreak High.
Yep.
It's not my style. Again,
Okay.
lesbians in the comments. Did you like it?
What's it in the style of?
It's quirky, but a little too quirky.
So it's a Rick and Morty kind of business?
Yeah, a bit more like that.
Yeah,
It has
okay.
some meta moments.
Yep.
Not speaking to the camera meta moments that you hate, but the meta moments that I don't like, where at one point she pulls out her script.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's too meta.
Didn't like that. But what it does do well is it flips it. But it does it very obviously. Like there's a lot of lines of the straight white malians saying things that, how am I going to phrase this? Not saying things that women say now, but the straight white malians are in the position that queer women are in now, in terms of the straight white malians
Okay.
are doing it the whingy way that men
Right.
do. So, in the
Yeah.
moment we have problems that,
Yes.
as men, we're clearly oppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. I'm being
That was
facetious.
a joke, but yeah.
The whinging men are whinging about how oppressed they are.
Okay.
This takes that all the way, in that every time someone mentions the straight white malians, no one knows who they are. So it's like, oh, you've not heard of us. And then there's this whole bit where the straight white malians have this little monologue that kind of is very similar to America Ferrera's one in Barbie.
Okay.
You got to be, to attract a woman, you've got to be confident but not too confident. You've got to be tall but not too tall.
Okay.
You've got
Right.
to, be good looking but not too good looking.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff. So it's very much taking the piss of almost like if what conservative white males say is going to happen with the gay agenda taking over, this will be it.
Oh, great.
But the gays love it and the straight white malians hate it.
Yeah, cool.
It's funny. There were bits where I definitely laughed, and it's animated, so it's a bit quirky. They're very skinny, the women in it. And then Richard Roxburgh plays this old spaceship.
Spaceship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a joke where he says something that's misogynistic, and the two lesbians that are in the ship at that point are like, oh, when is this ship from? The 21st century? And he's like, here I am. being the joke like, we've left misogyny behind.
Cool.
In the distant future.
Okay.
Look, people will like it.
Enjoyable, but yeah.
Enjoyable. People definitely liked it. The friend that I watched it with, he'd already seen it and he laughed a lot. So obviously people like it.
Yep. That's good.
But not, for me, I think it's making a good comment, but I kind of don't mind those comments being in a little bit of more...
Subtle?
High level or subtle.
Okay. Right.
That being said, Deadlock wasn't particularly subtle.
Nope.
Maybe this one just didn't land for me.
Okay, cool.
But in reply to a comment we got on YouTube, I did watch all of it, so I'm allowed to comment on it.
There you go. You can comment on whatever you want.
Someone said on our YouTube short where we said we watch one episode and sometimes we give up.
Oh, okay.
They said we're not allowed to comment on that show.
I can comment on it and say that I'm not going to watch it.
Well, that's kind of what I replied. I'm like, our commentary isn't about the whole series. Our commentary is we watched one episode and didn't like that one episode.
Yeah, and so I'm not going to... If then I go and watch another show, which I did, that's more enjoyable, I'm not going to go back and put on a show that I didn't enjoy to not watch the show I want to watch.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit out there.
Yes, and the show that I did watch...
In place of Rooster...
Well, somebody recommended it to me and I watched the new Last One Laughing.
Oh, okay.
The British
From
one.
the British.
From the British.
There was only one series of the Australian one hosted by Rebel Wilson.
Yes, which I haven't watched.
She's not a great host.
Okay, cool. I trust that. I think that dog show
Mind you,
was
I only
bad,
watched one
wasn't it?
episode. So
you can't not let it
know.
say. So it's very funny, obviously. The British comedians they get are like top notch.
Britain just like does those celebrity reality shows to another level.
Well, because they get actual celebrities.
Yeah.
Whereas if they do celebrity traders in the US, they just get a bunch of housewives and stuff.
Well, and like Celebrity Get Me Out of Here is people from other reality shows a lot of the time.
Yes.
A B-grade comedian and
Greg Brady.
a someone from a US sitcom from 30 years ago that's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
Who actually probably has
Who
made
has
a comeback.
just made a comeback, yeah.
Haven't watched any of that yet.
Don't want to.
I don't know if it's out, is it?
It is.
Okay.
It comes up every time on my Disney Plus.
Yep.
So I watched Last One Laughing. It's so funny. It's because obviously they're funny people that aren't allowed to laugh. And then they're trying to make each other laugh. So they win.
Yeah.
And they're so funny that like I'm sitting at home watching it like howling with laughter and they're not doing anything on the TV. So it's very good and they make funny faces to try stop themselves laughing. And in the end, it's really just hilarious.
One of my favourite things is trying to see people not laugh.
It's funny because what they'll do is say we're having a conversation and then you say something slightly funny and I think maybe...
Which is rare.
I would laugh.
Yeah.
I would just walk away. That's what they do. Like they just kind of pull a face. They'll just go, and walk away.
They did similar things. I just finished watching Company Retreat and I'm watching them behind the scenes. And in a couple of weeks or next week even, we'll do a full episode on Company Retreat, I think. And they do that. They've got like audio commentary episodes and the actors are kind of saying, did you notice in all the seminars that I always had a notebook and a pen? And if I ever felt like laughing, I'd just put my pen over my mouth to kind of close my lips a bit.
People. So if you want a good laugh that's easy to watch Last One Laughing.
Prime?
Prime.
Thinking of cancelling my Prime now that I've watched Deadlock and Company Retreat.
Yeah, I might too once I'm done with that.
Because all the other things I've watched have been on Netflix.
I haven't watched much on Netflix, although the thing I'm going to talk about next is on Netflix.
Except one movie that I watched on Prime but wasn't great. So what do you want me to talk about next? The TV show or the two movies that are similar but one's much better?
Dealer's choice.
I watched Vladimir.
Okay.
Which is a TV show. In the preview in which Leo Woodall takes his shirt off.
Okay.
So I decided to watch Vladimir.
Great.
And Rachel Weisz is in it. Pretty sure that's her, isn't it?
Yes.
And she plays, and I didn't know this before I watched it. I knew they were college professors, but I didn't know they were writing professors. So I've fallen into, as a writer, watching another show about American college writing professors. Like I watched the one last year with Bob Odenkirk in it, but I can't remember the name of. This is about Rachel Weisz, and she is old, quote, old, and her husband is in trouble because he had been sleeping with students.
Okay.
So there's the story of, not to the point of After the Hunt, the movie we watched last year.
Yep.
But it's like these are consensual relationships between adults. How much trouble is he actually in?
Okay.
Where, you know, and it's more the...
And not just from his wife.
No. The theme of that is more about... They were in an open marriage.
Oh.
But the theme is more about where do we draw the line of power and how much your power has influence over the people that you are sleeping with. But then at the same time as that is going on, Rachel Weisz, as becoming an older woman, is feeling like she is losing her power until hot young Vladimir Vladinsky comes along.
Oh, my God. Yep.
J.K. Rowling named him.
Yeah.
He's Russian.
Yeah.
If you didn't get that from the name. J.K. Rowling didn't name him. I feel like if I mention the name, I have to explain the joke or like put a little caveat anytime we mention her.
Well, maybe, okay.
Yeah.
Let's stop mentioning
I'll just stop her, she
We'll
who
just
should not be
stop
named.
talking about it.
So Leo Woodall is obviously hot and young, and Rachel Weisz falls in love.
Okay.
And then, so there's a whole episodes of flirting back and forwards, and there's little clips of her fantasizing about him doing things to her and them doing sexy things. And kind of builds up to the point, and I can say it because this is also the start of the series. So the start of the series is he is tied up in her cabin.
Okay.
And then it goes 6 weeks earlier. So it all kind of builds up to what leads her to tie him to a chair in her cabin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes. But good. Because
Okay.
you kind of follow her along, losing the plot to the point where she ties up a colleague.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah. And at
She's
the same
good too.
Yeah. And
In most things.
I feel like I've got to, but having watched this, I feel like I've got to watch some Fleabag again, because my criticism of Fleabag was I didn't like her talking to the camera, but Rachel Weisz does a lot of that in this show.
Oh, no.
But I liked it.
Oh, no.
So I feel like now I've got to go back and watch Fleabag or apologise to Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
What's easier? Probably apologising to...
Do a public
Bridge.
apology on our Twitter.
Done.
X. I've just done it, actually. Sorry,
Yeah,
Phoebe.
There you go. Soz Phoebes.
You were one of the good things about the fifth Indiana Jones movie too. The one with the time.
okay. Yeah.
On the little dial of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least Shia LaBeouf wasn't
Almost
back.
blocked that from my memory.
Yeah. I feel like you
Interesting.
could convince people that
It didn't happen.
That 4 and 5 were kind of one movie.
No, because one was okay and one was dreadful.
Time was better than Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Though I can't remember the name. I just Indiana Jones and the something Dial of Destiny.
Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull was terrible, so anything's better than that.
Yeah. But yes,
Yeah.
Vladimir, I
Okay.
liked it. I gave it a 2 thumbs up on
Ooh, 2 thumbs up on the Netflix.
On the Netflix, not just a 1 thumbs up. Lesbian Space Princess, I think I gave a 1 thumbs up.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. But watch Vladimir if you like that kind of stuff.
Psychological, thrillery kind of stuff.
It's not so much a thriller though. Like it just is like it's a drama.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a drama and you get to see a woman lose it. And there's
Always up for that.
There's a lot of, it was a different time because some of the accusations against the husband are from 20 years ago.
Oh, well, that was literally
Yeah.
a different time.
Yes.
It wasn't 2020.
5,
Full
I
stop.
assume. Yeah. And so it's also a different look at men and their power relationships with women.
Yeah, too hard. Too complex.
No, but it's doable. It's accessible. It's not After the Hunt.
Thank God. Not terrible, but anyway. So
You
I
watched
was
a
also
TV
on
and a
Netflix.
movie? Oh, Netflix TV, yep.
Netflix TV. Dan Levy's out with a new show. He
Yeah.
hasn't just been a one-hit wonder,
Which means most of my...
although we're still to determine if this is a hit.
But also, most of my feed has been him on the promotion trail for this show talking about Schitt's Creek.
Yes, and how there's never, ever going to be any form of any sequel now.
Yeah.
Because she's dead. So it's called Big Mistakes.
Okay.
And Dan Levy plays a pastor.
Yep.
Who
Penne,
is-
rigatoni.
Fettuccine. Alfredo is his name. And he... what is his name?
Call him Al.
Dave is there. And actually, Patrick, maybe? No.
No, that's
No,
Patrick
but it
is
could
David's
be...
boyfriend.
It could be...
Do you want me to look it up?
No, it's actually not of any consequence.
Okay.
So he is a pastor of I assume, mid-sized town in what I can only assume is Canada, but they never really say.
Yep.
The grandma's dying.
Nikki.
Oh, wow, I was way off.
Yeah.
No, there's an ick in there. So he is pastor of a small town, grandma dying.
His grandma.
His grandma is dying. He
Yep.
has two sisters. The sister has a boyfriend, and the mum is played by Laurie Metcalf.
I like her.
Yeah. So she's come a long way since Roseanne.
JFK.
Was she in JFK?
Wasn't she?
I don't know. I don't have a fucking IMDb in my head.
Because JFK had all these sitcom actors in it.
Yeah, like Kevin Costner.
And Newman.
Yeah, I remember Newman because it was the funny scene that they redid in Seinfeld.
Yeah, Laurie Metcalf. I'm sure. Yeah, she's in JFK.
Well, there you go.
She plays one of the lawyers.
They had about 12. So
She says a lot.
she does.
She passes
says
the
a lot in
Bechdel
this
test
as well.
in JFK.
Does she talk to another woman?
Yeah, about JFK. So not even about a woman.
There you go. No, but you have to talk to another woman about not about a man.
But what if that man is the point of the movie and the point of her job?
No. I don't know.
Well, then maybe she doesn't.
Asterix.
And I'm not going to rewatch JFK just to find
No.
out.
No, God, no. So the grandma dies
Yep.
and they have to do something nice or whatever. And then through doing that, there's this big whole mix-up and Dan Levy and the manic sister get involved with the wrong people,
The mob.
pretty much. And then hilarity and chaos ensue.
Great.
It's well written.
Well, I would assume so.
And there's like some really funny stuff in there. And the acting's good. But it's almost, to this point, I've watched 3 episodes, I think. It's almost too chaotic.
You said similar about Deadlock. A bit too much going on.
Yeah, so it's like this and then a funeral and then this and then wake and then there's a van and there's this Russian mobster dude and then they have to do this and then the boyfriend's there for some reason. And then he's... Anyway, so then it's this and then the mum's doing this and then that problem's going wrong at the funeral, but that problem's going wrong in the van with the mobster and then it's raining. And,
Okay. Yep.
It's a mile a minute kind of stuff. Not that it's bad, but it's just it's not like I'm
Makes
relaxed.
it less bingeable.
Yes,
Do you think that's on purpose?
maybe. I don't know because they're 30-minute episodes, but they feel longer than that. Even though it's quick.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't...
Because it's dense.
Yeah, Judi Dench. So, yeah,
Dame Judi Dench.
Jane
thanks.
Judi Dench. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Only a little bit gay
Do you think
in
you
the fact that it's Dan Levy
Oh, yeah.
and that he's gay
Yeah.
in the show, but not
Okay.
out to his like congregation.
Oh.
But he's out to his family and he has a secret boyfriend who's hot.
Okay. I'll watch it. Do you think you'll end up giving it a 1 or a 2 thumbs up on Netflix?
Maybe a 2. Like it's still
Yep.
funny and like a good show.
Part of the reason I gave Vladimir 2 thumbs up is because I am trying to reteach my Netflix algorithm.
Nope. It doesn't matter.
No, because it's a new account.
That doesn't matter, Lee. No matter what your Netflix algorithm is, when you open up Netflix right now, it will pop up with the beef.
It does. it does pop up with, what's her name? Carey Mulligan and
Oscar Isaac.
Mr. Mellon.
Charles Melton.
Yeah. Charles Mellon.
Yep.
And I think she's good. I liked Beef season 1.
I didn't watch it, but I might watch Beef season 2.
I think it's an anthology series. I don't think you have to watch them.
It's completely different people. Well, that's what the little spiel at Netflix says.
Well, I think it's a good cast.
I'd watch it.
Well, watch it.
I don't know
then.
who the other couple is. Well, it's Charles Melton, and I don't know who his other person is.
Oh, yeah. And then it's Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, so that's the reason to watch it.
Because she's very good.
She's very good, and he's good and good to look at.
And Charles Melton's okay to look at.
He is.
So they've cast that well. I liked the first one because I liked the main guy, and I can't remember his name, but he's
Stephen-
Korean, and I've said Korean
is it
things.
Stephen Yeun?
Stephen something, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Stephen Yeun. Yeah, he's good. I just remembered something else that I watched, that doco of The Cult. Should I talk about that or should I talk about these 2 movies?
What cult?
I'll talk about it next week. I watched
We're not
2
allowed to talk about it this week.
movies back to back
He's still thinking about signing up. Okay.
to The Cult.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the most hilarious things, and I'm sure I'll say this when we do talk about the Cult documentary, is we watched one ages ago, not you and I, Shane and I, of a kind of multi-level marketing scheme that at the top level became a sex cult.
Okay.
And then one of the favourite lines from any one of these documentaries that I've ever heard is when it all started to come out in the news, they interviewed some of the lower level people. So it's only once you get to level 10 that you get to have sex with the boss. And
Right.
they interviewed some of the lower level people, and there was this woman who was like, "Oh, I switched on the news and I heard about this, and I don't know how I feel. All these years I've been in a sex cult, but I didn't even get any sex."
Yeah. Oh, no.
Anyway, I watched a
watched a
movie
couple
called
of-
Old Guy from 2024, and I was
Okay.
just flicking through Prime,
Yep.
and I saw Old Guy, starring Christoph Waltz as a hitman
Yep.
and Lucy Liu
Okay.
as hanging around with the hitman.
Yes.
Yeah, not Lucy Liu, the hitman, the hit person that I don't have here, but I do have Uma Thurman as a hit person. And Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Dustin.
No. Cooper.
Seymour.
Cooper Hoffman.
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah. Cooper Hoffman was in it.
We're actually not seeing any more Hoffman.
Well, we are. Because Cooper Hoffman was in
Okay.
Old Guy.
Thank you for ruining that joke.
The story is that Christoph Waltz has surgery on his hand and they want to retire him from being a hitman.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, "Oh, we're going younger across the board," they said. So he goes back into the field to train the Gen Z Cooper Hoffman.
Okay.
And as an old guy, he's like, fuck the millennials.
I already don't like it.
He's like, fuck the millennials. And Cooper Hoffman's like, I'm Gen Z. He's like, well, whatever, who can tell?
Does he say at any point in the movie that he's too old for that scheisse?
No, he doesn't. I think he actually plays a Polish. But anyway, and then that just goes on. And then, you can probably guess. They have to end up working together
Yeah.
to save, like, Christoph Waltz fucks up a bit, Cooper Hoffman saves him. Then Cooper Hoffman fucks up a bit, Christoph Waltz saves him. And then they get into bigger trouble and then they have to work together. And then in the end, Christoph Waltz has a turn around and a change of heart and sends Lucy Liu and his mum off to safety in Wales while he stays in Belfast and saves Cooper Hoffman.
Okay.
But what is missing from the movie is depth.
Yep.
So I managed to kind of piece together that the people that they work for, Christoph Waltz and Cooper Hoffman, are a large criminal organisation, not a hitman organisation.
So not the King's
Not necessarily hitmen for hire like Kill Bill, but they are a larger criminal organisation because at one point there's one line where they say something about money laundering.
Okay.
But then they go to Belfast and have to take out this guy who is a big level somebody. Don't know who or what.
Okay.
Then there is one line where the guy that they're about to kill says, London's making a play, but they don't have the manpower to take over. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is a land grab type operation.
Okay.
They've sent Christoph Waltz to kill the top guys of this other group so they can take over. That was like 2 lines to like explain what the organizations was and what they were doing.
Okay.
And then the rest was just like stuff happens. They got to kill this guy. So there was a decent amount of stuff between Christoph Waltz and Cooper Hoffman as characters, but the story that they were going through wasn't well developed.
Right. Okay.
And there was a scene missing, I think. The scene missing that led to Christoph Waltz changing his mind.
Oh.
Because up until the point where he does turn around and go back to Belfast to save Cooper Hoffman, he hates Cooper Hoffman to the point where he almost choked him out the night before.
Right.
And the only thing that happens between him almost choking out Cooper Hoffman the night before and him going back to save Cooper Hoffman is Lucy Liu says to him, "What the fuck are you doing, old man?" And that's it.
Well, it makes him reconsider what he's actually doing.
Yeah, but there's no scene of him reconsidering or having the change of heart. He just changes.
You can fill in the blanks.
No. Too
Okay.
many blanks. There was another movie that happened in recently that I watched, and I don't like it.
I think it was one of the Brazzy ones that you were talking about, potentially the Weekends movie.
No, it was the Chris Pratt one.
Super Mario.
Because all of a sudden Chris Pratt was like, fine, I'll help you, Millie Bobby Brown, for no reason.
Oh, yes, the
Electric
Electric State. Yep.
With no like reason or build up to him making that change of mind.
Okay. Yeah.
But this was a bit the same.
Yep. Okay.
In a similar vein, I also watched Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk.
He's a hitman.
Yeah. He's kind of a hitman. Nobody 1 is very good, and I liked it because it takes the old retired agent thing and changes it. We don't know he's an old retired agent at the start.
Okay. Of 2.
Of 1.
Okay.
And then he just fights these guys, and we're like, oh, she's suddenly just fucking good at fighting.
Okay.
And then it comes out that he's a retired agent, and the reason he was a frustrated husband and father is because taking people out is like in his blood. Right? So that was Nobody 1. And then he has to take on the mob because he accidentally puts a mobster's son in a coma. So the mob is coming for him, and his dad, Christopher Lloyd, and his adopted brother take out the Russian mob. But then at the start of 2, he owes a bunch of money to another mob and he's doing hits to pay that off.
Right.
Then he's like, no, I need a holiday. So he goes to a holiday park and gets in a fight with a guy, and then it comes out that the holiday park is a little bit of a like border crossing, Canada to America, border crossing drug running place run by Sharon Stone.
Oh.
So he has to take out Sharon Stone's mob,
Okay.
which he does with his new friend, his dad, Christopher Lloyd, his adopted brother, and his wife, Connie Nielsen.
Oh, she's done other movies.
Yeah, from Gladiator. While his son, who also has anger issues, like Bob Odenkirk's character, takes out another guy back at the cabin.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think they're opening it a bit up to be like a family business in Nobody 3, hopefully.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How wholesome.
It's a bit bonding. So both of these movies are like old people that kind of are a bit past it but still do action shit.
Yep.
Nobody 2, much better.
Okay, good.
The story is not super deep. and I know I'm going to sound contradictory, but it's not trying to do anything deep.
Right.
It just has one thing of trying to do deep, which is him doing the hits is starting to put a strain on his marriage with Connie Nielsen and his family.
Uh-huh.
And this family holiday is meant to be them taking a break and reconnecting as a family. And they do reconnect as a family over killing Sharon Stone.
Right.
So it does that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
And Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Yeah.
I like him.
So, you'll watch that.
I do like Bob Odenkirk as well. I think Nobody 2 is better than Old Guy
Yeah.
because where it lacks in depth is because it doesn't need as much character development because there's another movie before it.
So on its own, though.
On its own, you probably couldn't watch it, but
Yeah.
it's very clearly a sequel
Yeah. Okay.
because it's called Nobody 2.
Cool.
So watch Nobody 1
Nah.
and then watch Nobody 2.
Nah.
Yeah, I know you won't, but listeners, do. Thanks for listening to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. Like, comment, subscribe. What other things have you watched?
What should we watch?
What should we watch?
Yeah.
Thanks, Brett.
Thank you, Lee.